Hi, Sonal. Hi, Vinita. Hi,
Hi,
Sri.
Ashley. Hi,
Hi.
Sunny.
Hi.
Hi,
I
Vinita.
wish you a very
Happy
New.
Year.
wow.
from Anantha
Yes, from
to
Anand.
you all.
Abundance unlimited.
Unlimited. Yeah.
Absolutely unlimited.
To all of you.
Yes. So, what are your resolutions for the New Year's?
To be like this always.
And
I like this.
To conduct the bestest workshops.
oh wow,
Nice.
nice.
Version of myself.
Exactly.
Roger that. Roger that.
Me also, Roger that, Roger that.
And to travel to 3 new destinations.
And
Okay.
for
Do
me,
you
I
have
want
the
to
list?
attend Dr. Joe Dispenza this year.
Dr. Joe Dispenza's retreat this year.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
let's do that. Good.
Wherever it is in the world.
Yeah, it should be Paris. I just heard Paris सबसे ज्यादा चोरी होती है. I
किधर?
have to be very careful.
पेरिस में चोरी होती है?
You have to be very careful.
I'll tell you, सब जगह ना ऐसे बोलते हैं लोग चोरी होती है. अगर अपन सोच के जाएंगे हमारे साथ कुछ नहीं होगा तो हमारे साथ कुछ नहीं होता. आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे सबके साथ चोरी हो जाएगी. हम ऐसे चले जाएंगे यूं.
Yeah.
ऐसे चोर हमको छोड़ के आएगा. ये वाली जगह जाना है आपको मैडम.
I have a cab waiting for you.
I'll tell you. Acha, did I tell you guys? There's a cab guy who came to pick us up in Izmir, and he was to drop us. He came to pick up in one place, and he was dropping us in Izmir. He got us 2 kgs of oranges.
Wow.
And by the time I was trying to pull my luggage, he said, उसने एक orange peel किया, उसने मिली को दिया, उसने एक मुझे peel किया, मुझे दिया, बोलता है, and he gave us a ishara that sit, otur, otur. We are eating oranges, he's putting our things on bag, and he actually bought it for us.
Wow.
So,
amazing.
God bless him.
दुनिया में कोई भी रहेगा ना, वो अपन को सही जगह पे, हमको जहाँ जाना होगा, वो वहाँ पे ऐसे छोड़ के आएगा. That's the vibe.
Yes.
So, किधर भी कुछ
No?
What? We didn't get
I
it.
have to tell you about this manifestation. Once in a public bus, I forgot my camera, my Nikon. And when I came back home, I thought it's gone now. I mean, who gets stuff back from a bus, you know? And I started getting scoldings from everybody. How could you have been so careful? You went to a bus carrying the camera, you could have taken a cab or something. And this was like long time back when I used to take public transport. I don't. So I just started affirming that I've got the camera back. I did not know at that time I'll get it. I did not know who was going to give it to me, whether I'll get it back or not. I just started saying it. I've got it back. I've got it back. The conductor called us in the evening. He came home. He gave us back the camera.
Wow.
You know, something I want to say, okay? I was just having a discussion with a friend, okay? And we were discussing a scenario in which there are a lot of things which are not in his control. So there are a lot of things which are not in his control, okay? So we're discussing, and I'm talking about internal changes, and he's talking about external changes, okay? And I realized we have come so far in the journey of, a lot of people will think what work we are doing is, if they think logically, they'll be like, you guys have gone nuts. It's impossible what you guys are thinking. Like you just said, that camera thing. I mean, anybody would like, have you gone nuts? I mean, come on, think logically. Aaj tak kisko mila hai, like that. But I think the entire thing about universe is it's so illogical, that we cannot really explain that. It has to be experienced. I mean, how can you explain people to आपका एनर्जी इतना हाई रहना चाहिए, इतना हाई रहना चाहिए कि आप वो लेवल पे पहुंच जाओ जहां पे वो क्वांटम फील्ड में एग्जिस्ट करता है ताकि वो आपको मिल जाए. Like, so Meet is also talking, even I had a manifestation, okay? So we had gone to a restaurant, all 5 of us. This was like last week only, during Christmas, okay? And the mall we went into, most of the restaurants were closing down. So we went to food that time, okay? And we were 6 of us. And the guy manager over there said that, sorry, ma'am, because we didn't have any reservations. He said, sorry, ma'am, it's impossible. Since there's no reservation, you can see the entire restaurant is full and there's nobody getting up and so on and so forth. He said, there's nothing there. We also started thinking about, what restaurant to book and anything, because it was a Friday night. Okay. Now, what happened is my friends sat down over there. The others went upstairs to check if your restaurant hai ya nahi hai. And we were discussing, and I told them, you know what? There's never been a scene when I've not got a restaurant, even if it's so packed. I know we are getting it, and I know we've gotten it. And just when I finished this sentence, that same manager came and said, "Ma'am, the table is ready. You can have a seat over there." And both my friends who are sitting over there were like, "What just happened?" For this, I finished the sentence, and he came up and said, "Ma'am, the table is ready. You can have a seat." The same guy who said, "We don't have a table, you don't have a booking, there's no table available," and so on and so forth. I mean, that was something which I felt like, where you have unconditional belief that it is working for you. That's the faith that you put in. I think manifesting is all about having faith and belief that it is happening this way only. There's no other way.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to defy logic to understand it.
Yeah, because there's no logical reasoning to this. Yeah, I mean,
logic has to be defied.
With me, there's no logical reasoning. The guy is saying it's not available. So for Sunmeet, nobody can ever think the conductor will actually come. Which bus conductor? That too, a public bus conductor has come and given. And how, I don't know how the hell did you get your address? Nobody knows.
So there was nothing, there was no documentation in the camera. I mean, who keeps Aadhaar card or something in the camera? There was nothing there. I have no idea.
Wow.
He called, he came over and he gave it. I don't know. Maybe something must have been there in the camera. I don't know, but I don't, remember putting anything there. But it happened. Once I forgotten my iPad in the ATM machine. पैसे निकालने गई, पैसे लेके आ गई, iPad वहां पे. But in that iPad,
withdraw करने जाते थे धीरे-धीरे. नया तब correct. मैंने भी किया.
So another girl who came after me, she opened the iPad and she went through the mails and she saw something. I don't know what she saw, some number or something in my signature niche. She called me and I got it collected next day. So. And I've just been affirming. Whenever something like that happens, I just start affirming whatever I want.
I think it's not about affirmation only, Sunmeet. It's about your belief also that this is what it's going to happen. There are a lot of people who affirm, they just keep affirming and then they say, kuch bhi to nahi ho raha hai na, kuch bhi to nahi ho raha hai na. They have so much doubt in that affirmation that it doesn't manifest only.
It's because their logic is so active. Ki this is not possible. Yeah. That this side cannot happen only, There's no balance.
Absolutely. And I know you both have also, Sonal and Vinita, you guys have also manifested a lot of things. Do you guys?
I have a question, Ashi. Do you prefer chai or coffee?
Always cold coffee. I'm a cold coffee.
What will you gift me from Nature?
Sunmeet has a lot of things to say.
What do you want?
No, what will you gift me? Looking at me as impromptu, what will you gift me from Nature?
I'll probably
she has an amazing Nature channel. You guys should go and check first.
Maybe a strawberry lip balm. Because you're looking like Millie right now. I give fruity lip balms to little girls.
Wow. I didn't know fruity lip balm also existed.
I'm reversing my age.
And all girls like fruits. Huh? So fruity soaps, fruity lip balms. So whenever a girl wants something, I give her something.
Wow.
Vinita, are you friends with your passed out students?
I am.
You are? Wow.
The moment they pass out first year, I become friends with them.
Until they are in college, you are not friends with them.
See, as you were telling, I am associated with all, MDs and MS and MDS and PhDs. It's very difficult to tell them how this manifestation works.
Yeah,
I know.
My assistant is a scientist. He was in the US for 10 years.
For him, it would be like, okay,
yesterday I was telling him I showed him the launch video. And then he said, what is this all about? And then I told him how I manifested my promotion. And everybody knows that I got, because I'm like that. When I'm happy, I'm radiating so much that everyone comes to know I'm happy.
Good. That's how it should be.
Yeah. And my smile will be from here till here. It will not come down for about a week or so.
Oh my God.
I'll
Wow.
be beaming all the time. So he said, I remember, madam, I remember your promotion. So I told him all that I
वही
did.
time, madam, जब आपकी मुस्कान पे मेरा दिल आ गया था. I remember that day.
But you
So
genuinely have a very good smile, Vineeta.
Yes, yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So I was telling him that, and then he said, does it really work? I said, yes. My assistant was standing next to me. She just listened to me, and then she said, it works, sir. She made me also do something, and it worked for me.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
one,
so amazing.
That was my niece, my
Oh.
sister's daughter. The baby was 1 year old last week.
No. There was a student who wanted to have pregnant women or some breastfeeding ladies for her project, and she was not getting it.
You had like during COVID, you mentioned now there was somebody who wanted to create
yes.
thesis.
Yeah, that was a PhD scholar.
Correct.
Yeah, PhD scholar. She that is kangaroo care for preterm babies.
Yes. Body to body.
Yeah. She's finished her data collection.
Wow.
For the main study also.
Yeah. Great.
But Vineeta, tell me, what do you do for manifesting? I mean, what's your technique of manifesting? What do
My
you
technique-
Sunmeet said, I keep affirming, I keep affirming with belief, that's what's going to happen. And I don't accept anything opposite to that belief. What is your way of manifesting?
Yeah, what I do, I write down the affirmation for days together. In the sense, I keep modifying it. The day I feel this is it, then I make a goal card.
Wow. And show us your goal card.
Yeah. This is the latest thing I started. Earlier, I was simply making, but now I decided I have to polish my affirmations. I can get what I want. So now I'm doing this. I'm modifying them, polishing. So I'm sure this is it. Then I have made, I don't know what I'll show you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is my main thing. Another thing which I like is I do scripting. Okay. And while I'm scripting, I play songs which I like Magic in the Air is my favorite song.
Yeah.
So I'm dancing and all when I'm...
You're actually visualizing while you're scripting.
I think Sudhir introduced us to that song, right?
Yeah, right. You remember I told you...
No, Ashi.
It was me.
Ashi introduced.
Okay.
I scripted for publications in journals impact factor greater than 5 with no article processing fee. Yeah. So once that worked, now I become very ambitious. So now I'm scripting for impact factor greater than 10 and with no article processing fee. So since it has already worked, I know it's coming. So I am really enthused about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's something which even I learned today only. Okay, today I was doing a meditation of Dr. Joe, and he said one thing which I implemented today the entire day. He said, live your day as if your dream is coming true. How would you live it? Whatever you've set an intention, it's coming, it's happening. There's no two things. So how would you live your day? And the entire day, whenever I was walking and I was thinking, so my dream is coming true. So how would I want to live it? So I was like constantly in that zone, it's happening. So I have to be happy, because my dream is coming true, So
I think even I can do that. मतलब मैं ना इतना delusionally रह सकती हूँ ना कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I'm walking somewhere else.
Yeah.
मतलब even if I'm sitting there ना, I can feel that this is not this. It might sound very weird, but I can sleep in a different place. I can be in a different place. I walk delusionally. So much so that I'll tell you guys. So when I was coming back from Turkey, throughout every time when I'm coming back from somewhere, we are so tired after traveling that you feel like wapsi ke time pe, you don't feel good, and if the travel is very hectic. So I was manifesting that I should be escorted end to end. I'm a celebrity. I'm escorted end to end. ऐसे सोच के आ रही हूँ मैं. I did not manifest that. How am I being escorted? I felt sick and I was escorted in a wheelchair end to end.
That says that you have to be very specific also in your
what you manifest.
But we have to be so specific But it, it did come. I wanted to sleep throughout my journey because I knew when I come back here, I have a lot of work. And because I was so dizzy that I was sleeping everywhere. I was sleeping in the airport. I'm sleeping in the flight. I'm sleeping everywhere. People are taking me. I didn't have to hold one of my bag. So whatever we say, I think the thing which I understood there was whatever we're thinking, it's right there. We just have to be very specific and keep chiseling it to the point we want it, so that it doesn't take up a random shape. I didn't mind, because of that wheelchair, my immigration, everything was settled very quickly. And, I was probably the first one to go out and, ठीक है, आखिरी में, ठीक है.
To this point, I want to add, especially when people manifest money, they should write that from the right way and in the right way, because a lot of times I have known of people manifesting money, but it didn't come in the way which they could hold on to for a long time. So that's why whenever I write, when I write about manifesting money, I always say that it's all legally and, it's coming in the best way possible for me to use it also.
I think another thing here is, even when they get manifestation like this, and why it doesn't stay in their hand, is because somewhere we have a belief that it has to come through hard work. If it's come very easily, they can't hold it because they think, "Arey, to yun hi aa gaya na, so abhi tikega nahi." Because you have that belief, it goes there.
I can share something. There's this student, I'm helping her in money manifestation. Okay. Now she spoke about something. Her belief is, I get money very easily. I don't need to put efforts and I get money very easily. This is what she keeps saying to herself. Okay. So she said that I earn 50,000 rupees a month. Okay. Now she wants to earn more. She wants to make about 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupees a month. So naturally her belief is, when I sit up, she's like, मेरे को ना वो 50,000 बैठे बैठे भी कहीं से भी आ जाते. Okay. But her belief is, if I want to make 1 lakh, I can't sit at home and make. I have to work hard towards it. If because I'm not working hard, I won't get it. Now just imagine, you conditioned your mind that when I sit also, I get my money. That is a good conditioning. But she said, no, this is not a good conditioning. I want to condition my mind that, what, I need to work hard. How will I make that money? And I kept telling her, it's a very good condition that you have to put. It's just that you have to open up your mind for 1.5 lakh, where your set point is like 50,000 rupees. And I was like, wow, you already are there. You want to condition it that I need to work hard. I need to work hard. Why am I not working hard and getting money? So for her, it's a myth, imagine. And I was like shocked, when that happened. But it's amazing. To me, that also manifested a lot of other things.
Oh, yes. She's a manifestation queen. Vinita and Sunita are manifestation queens.
A lot of money, yes. So I think I told you guys about this property, and this disputed property there.
I think you have inspired me. Sorry to cut you here, but you have inspired me so much, because we also have, I think most of Indian families have some dispute going on behind with the properties. And this is something which even I have kept inside, that whatever, is God willingly is ours, should come to us with the right thing.
It took us 14 years. I mean, this case has
14 years of scripting. I mean, that is dedication.
14 years. So every year, my other scripting sentences change in my, annual. I make something on 1st of January every year, and I keep it in my wallet and I read it every day. So this is one thing, that has always stayed, because of course, now in 2023, it will not be there because I already got the money. But it was there every year, and I never gave up on this. And I knew it will come in my lifetime. I wanted to enjoy that money in my lifetime, and I'm going to do that.
I don't know. I mean, there have been times when even I have given up because it's been long. But, it's really hats off to you. And I still remember, remember one day I called you and we were discussing on the same. That thing has so set in my mind when you said, when your mind is flickering, just start scripting about it.
Yeah.
Or open that page and start reading it,
No matter what the reality is script. I've helped so many people, so many childless people get, have babies. I've just given them affirmations, mantras, affirmations. And, I've just told them, do it 108 times every day. Do this, do that, write it morning, write it evening. Sometimes people like prescriptions. So I give them prescriptions. And they do it, and they do it with belief, and they've had babies, people in their 40s, And
you're a belief doctor.
Yeah.
This is something which I started doing. When my mind starts flickering, I start scripting immediately, or I'll open that page and I'll start reading. You know, I don't know what happens, but I think it just puts you in another energy zone.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
help people too. My
Wow.
colleagues, because there are some people who are under a lot of pressure all the time. They do so much very systematically, methodically, but don't get recognized. These things really hurt,
Yeah.
So they'll come and say, Madam, this matter. So then I tell them manifestation, about affirmations and all. About 4 people have completely turned over to my side.
Wow.
Because of this.
High five.
I send that affirmation which I send to everybody to them also. So what they are doing is, one of them, she's writing it down in a book every day. I've been sending it to her for quite some time now. Every day she writes a book to her daughter. So they also write, and she's much more calm, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you about her. She wanted to get into another job. She's our own student. So she was like, she needs to be respected more. Like,
Yeah.
So she was telling, I said, see, when the time is right, it will come to you. You just go and apply everywhere and forget about it. It will come. So she was like, no, madam, they're saying no. This one is saying no. I went there. We have 6 medical colleges in my. She's gone to all the colleges and applied, and she didn't get, no positive response. I told her, you just continue doing all your affirmations and everything. See, one day it will just come. And that's exactly what happened.
Wow.
I called her and said, we have a position for you.
Wow.
And she left. So she's coming for the intention ceremony.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
So many people. I have influenced many people, and all ladies though. they'll come for the intention ceremony.
Great.
I also want to add one more thing which I understood about manifestation is gratitude is very important.
Yeah.
Okay. If there is no gratitude, it's not easy to attract also, because you're not being grateful of what you already have. I mean,
what you have and what you want to attract, you need to give gratitude for both. It's very, very important.
Yeah. Because any meditation, when we also do, it also talks about in the end of giving gratitude that it's already happened. No meditation ends without a gratitude. And I think it's so important I think gratitude has now become my way of life. Okay. There was a time when it wasn't my way of life, but now it's become my way of life. Like every morning I have to sit with my gratitude book and write at least 10 points that I'm grateful for, and I enjoy doing that.
What do you do, Ashi?
Sorry?
Rather than writing down in the morning, do you do a gratitude walk when you're going to work, or
so for
rest
me
of the day, do you practice gratitude, any of you?
So I practice gratitude in the morning. I do scripting. But when I go for a walk, I'll play music. Like I'll tell you my music of visualizing my vision board. Okay. It's very funny, but this is where I see it. Remember Pardes ka ek song tha, Jara tasveer se tu nikal ke samne aa. So I put that song. I think of my vision board and I tell my vision board, Jara tasveer se tu nikal ke samne aa meri mehbooba. Then I tell it, meri takdeer hai tu. झलक के सामने आ मेरी महबूब. And actually in the entire song I visualize my vision board and I just tell, like I'm just waiting for you to manifest to me. So it may not generously be the song that you want to assess. कोई भी song हो सकता है, but for me I don't know.
I think it's the meaning which you take out of it.
Yeah, for me, whenever I listen to that song, I can actually relate to, okay, I'm talking to my vision board and I'm just saying, come out and off it and make it a reality for me. So when I walk, I do all this. I will listen to all the songs and I visualize what I want to do. And as it is, they say, when you want to visualize, one way of visualizing or putting yourself in a high vibration is movement. Okay, when you're in movement and because your vibrations, as it is, your energy is very high, and that time when you visualize, it's very good. So I usually do that whenever I'm on a walk. I'll put some music which will make me visualize what I want to visualize, and I'll just visualize that, on repeat.
Yeah.
So
when I get a call from the administrative building for any meeting or something, when I'm walking, I say thank you right leg, thank you left leg, thank you right leg, thank you left leg as I'm going. So it keeps me very calm and balanced. I'm cool throughout the meetings. And then I come back same way. Thank you left leg, thank you right leg. I come back.
I think for me,
Initially,
what
I used to
happened?
feel very funny, but
No,
now
it's
I've
not
got
funny.
used to
It's
it.
not funny, I think.
Even I learned this, huh? Even I will do this now.
It's
You know,
become
when
a
I'm
part of
walking
my life
especially.
now.
Yeah. I
Part of
think
my life now.
For me, gratitude, what I've started to do is anything which is not working on my way. Like the other day, I was feeling giddy and I didn't know how to carry Millie and, come back alone. There was a possibility that I had to stay back there. I didn't know how to do things around. I didn't have any reservation. I just kept saying to myself, I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm thankful I'm alive. I'm just feeling giddy. I didn't pay my attention towards that I'm feeling giddy. I only kept repeating to myself, I'm thankful I'm alive. And I think another thing which I've learned through this year, for me, 2022, about my surrendering is a very big part.
Yeah.
Being grateful and writing and everything, and then surrendering that, yes, it will come, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
One
even
more
I
thing
learned.
Surrender,
is
please.
preparing yourself to receive whatever is coming.
Yeah.
Whatever you asked for,
Yeah.
prepare yourself to receive.
I need
And
to
I
say
tell
this.
you, I tried calling so many people that day morning to check if, somebody, I tried calling you also, Sanmeet, that day. Aapka phone busy aa raha tha. To understand ki, Qatar Airways mein se koi wo milta hai kya for assistance. Everyone said, pata nahi, aake pata chalega. But
Okay.
अब
My
मैं
brother is in Qatar Airways, but हमारी बात नहीं हुई ना. Otherwise, I would have asked him.
but
Yeah.
I manifested it, I think. Both getting giddy and the health.
But there's one more thing which I want to add. I've started doing, okay, which is really helping. So because of meditation, I get a lot of intuitions. Okay. I do get a lot of intuitions. When I'm taking a bath, I'll get, when I'm thinking, I write that down and I take action to it. I've started taking action to every intuition that is coming. I don't know whether that intuition is going to work or is this the direction that I have to take. But if my intuition says this is something which you need to do, I don't question it. I just go and do it. If whether it's a video or whether it's something I have to talk
Trusting
to
your
somebody,
instincts.
Yeah.
whether I have to call, if it says call, I'll just pick up the phone and call. If whatever my intuition is saying, I'm just accepting, because like Sonal said, you need to surrender to it. I started surrendering to it. I am not questioning why is it saying so.
Yeah.
Should I call? Should I not call? But ये सही होगा कि सही नहीं होगा? Okay, I just go with that intuition and I say, I don't know, maybe this is the way the universe is wanting to show me a path. So let me do this. So I have started doing
First
that.
answer you get whenever you ask a question to yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
during my
another very
meditation,
good thing is, when in confusion, the answer is no. That's a very big thing. We sometimes we wait for that yes because we think that, but confusion is always no. That's your
If
body.
something doesn't work out, despite a lot of efforts, I think you should just
Yeah.
accept it and just move on rather than keep
Confusion is
fighting the
brain's way of
situation.
telling you that it's a no. It's a no.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I have two things over here. When we say this, okay, when
Yeah.
something is not working for a long time, you should just accept it and move on and say no. Now we've seen businesses, okay, like Alibaba took 40 years to break even. Amazon still is a loss-making company. Okay. A lot of companies, when they got started until date, okay, they are still struggling to break even. Should they just say कि नहीं यार ये चल नहीं रहा है, let's close it down? But they have continued for so many years. So I sometimes actually question, then what is it? Should we just
No,
move
I'll
on?
tell you there are no, what you're saying is, I think not working here, what Sanmeet said was not working for you energetically. Amazon might not be giving profit, but the energy it's giving to Jeff Bezos is different. Right?
Yeah.
Alibaba,
all businessmen also talk about this. They also talk about a lot of times that at certain point in their life, they have thought about quitting. All businessmen talk about it.
Yeah.
They feel that, oh, should I really go ahead with it or should I not really go ahead with it? Should I quit? But that day something, I saw that video Nas Daily, the other day. He said that it just kept going on in my mind that, this is not working. So,
but he felt good about going on, no?
Yeah.
He felt good. Sometimes you don't feel good.
but sometimes I feel even if you don't feel good, you need to keep going, because your mind is just playing a game. It's a voice that is playing that you have so many failed attempts that you cannot pass ever. You know, it
I
can
think
be
there can be two
fine as
things
well.
here. There can be two things here. One is your old self, which is so used to that kind of environment that it feels protected there. You are used to, you know that that it might not work out, but you survive here. Also, we know that Jeff Bezos didn't give up on Amazon. We didn't know that if he must have opened something else, हो सकता है Amazon से कुछ बड़ा भी अपने पास होता. We don't know, the possibility is endless, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now.
So it's about, I think, the gut instinct. What
the
again? Coming
belief
back
that
to
you
the
carry,
speaking,
you know, kuch bhi ho jaye,
yeah.
this is where I will make it. You know, this is it. You know, so I think like we just spoke about in universe also, we need to have faith. So while you're building something also, even if it's or even if it's any project, like for us, even Anantha, you know, it's so important to hold on to that belief that, you know, no, this is the way forward, and we just keep working and we just keep working. Because I always, whenever this question comes in my mind, I always remember one picture. I don't know whether you guys have ever come across that picture. There are two men, they're digging, okay,
Yeah, I know.
and one man finds the diamond, okay, and the other man is still digging, and he sees that this guy has found the diamond and he had a bigger diamond over there, okay, but then he realized usko mil gaya, mujhe nahi
He
mila,
had a
chalo
diamond
hum
mine
bhi kar.
downstairs, and he wants to quit.
Yeah.
And he quits, you know, and he didn't realize that there was a bigger diamond around there. You just need to keep digging a little more so that you get that diamond. So
Also, I believe if whatever you're doing, if there is some sort of community service or some sort of, greater good involved, then it always comes through. There's no other way, and you have to just carry on. So what we are intending to do in Anantha, it's for a greater good.
Yeah.
service
And
always has
yeah,
to be there.
yeah. So I think it has, it has a lot of potential, and it will come through. There's no other way.
Yeah.
I see any.
We don't know any other way, right?
Good for one
Yeah,
person, it works.
yeah.
Universe.
Not only community, even if it is good for one person,
Yeah,
it works. Yeah. That so and so will be very well off, or will be very happy, or he will get an excellent job. All these things, if you write, it really works.
yeah.
I mean, that is exactly, you know, because I was also going through a lot of videos where, you know, these mental health coaches also mentioned that, you know, there have been times when, you know, people have commented saying that you helped me not to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And then at that point in time, you find that your channel, it reached, maybe helped just one person to not commit
But
suicide.
it's so worth it.
It's so worth it, you know, doing that work. You know?
Correct.
So I mean, that's so amazing that it saved somebody's life, you know. I mean, I think that's something way beyond anybody can even imagine. So great. Amazing, guys. And let's together wish people a very, very happy new year. Okay, we'll do at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Filled with abundance, love, laughter, health, wealth, and everything.
And if you liked what we spoke, it was totally out of the heart, do comment us. And tell us if you want more of such videos. We would love to share about our journeys and about our manifestations and everything else. Anything, Sundeep and Vinita, you want to add in?
Good wishes. Only wish that you could join us and we could exchange energy, and your life will also improve the way ours has done.
Yes.
And only onwards and upwards from here.
Onwards and upwards. I so like this word, onwards and upwards. Oh my God, onwards and upwards with gratitude.
See you all on the other side. Right?
Happy New Year. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Very good 2023, guys.